This is the new Dacia Jogger. It's the cheapest 7-seater that you can buy, and it's also the first hybrid to be offered by the Romanian manufacturer. But how cheap is it, and is there more to it than the low price tag? We're telling you everything you need to know about this all-new MPV. Before that, subscribe to the channel for lots more new car reveals and reviews, and go to whatcar.com for a great deal on your next new car. Now, you may be familiar with the Dacia Jogger. That was the Romanian brand's first 7-seat MPV, which was launched around 2012 and offered in lots of markets, but not in the UK. Well, the Jogger is a replacement for the Jogger, and it's the first 7-seat offering from Dacia that you will be able to purchase in the UK. It joins other new cars in Dacia's lineup like the updated Duster and the upcoming Bigster, as well as the new Sandero. And for our full review of the Sandero, click on the link at the top of your screen. So the Jogger is said to offer the length and practicality of an estate car, the spaciousness of an MPV, and the styling of an SUV. It's got a ground clearance of 200mm, and at just over 4.5 metres in length, it is the longest model in Dacia's lineup. So really, it replaces not only the Jogger, but also the Docker and the Logan MCV. The car's footprint on the road is actually quite similar to the VW Touran, but crucially, the distance between the front and rear wheels is actually longer than it is in its VW rival, and it's even longer than the enormous Ford Galaxy. That means the amount of space inside should be very impressive indeed. The Jogger is based on the same underpinnings as the new Sandero, but it's been stretched quite a bit to turn it into this big MPV. In terms of styling, the Jogger gets a big, wide grille along with Dacia's familiar Y-shaped LED daytime running lights. At the rear, it gets a new vertical light design for Dacia, and the badge is ditched in favour of spelling out the Dacia name across the back. Depending on the version that you go for, you can get modular roof rails with an 80kg carrying capacity. This model you're looking at here, by the way, is the Launch Edition Extreme model, which has slightly more pronounced off-road styling than the regular trims and will be offered with a choice of 5 different colours. It also gets black roof rails, door mirrors and alloys, along with some extreme badging here and there. Inside you'll find red stitching and some chrome door trim, while climate control, a reversing camera and keyless entry and start will also be standard on this launch version. In a class not especially known for head-turning looks, is this the best looking MPV? Tell us in the comments below. Whatever your opinion on the outside, it's likely that buyers in this class are going to care more about the inside. Well, the good news is that the dimensions suggest this should be a very practical MPV. There's 3 rows of seats offering seating for 7 in total. To get to the 3rd row, you simply tip forward the middle row and clamber in, a process which is said to be made easier thanks to especially long rear doors. With all 7 seats in place, the boot offers 160 litres of storage. Drop the 3rd row and that becomes 565 litres. But you can actually remove the 3rd row seats and then flatten the middle row to offer a proper load-lugging 1,819 litres. There's also a 5-seat version of the Jogger with a 708 litre boot, all of which is pretty decent compared to its practical MPV rivals. There's also a 12-volt socket in the boot, along with 2 hooks for bags and 4 lashing rings. The 2nd row seats get Isofix mounts for child seats, but there won't be any in the 3rd row. The 2nd row also benefits from fold-down tray tables and cup holders, depending on the model, and passengers in the 3rd row get armrests. To top off the practical offering, Dacia says there's 24 litres of storage spread throughout the interior, including big door bins and big cubbies in the centre console. As for the tech, there are said to be 3 multimedia and infotainment offerings with the Jogger, depending on spec. Entry-level versions will get media control, which is essentially a smartphone docking station. Then there's media display, which upgrades the sound system and adds an 8-inch touchscreen infotainment screen. This will also get Bluetooth, along with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard. Then there's Media Nav, which adds wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as built-in sat-nav and a different upgraded sound system. As for the engines, there will be a TCE 110, which is a 1-litre 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine with a 6-speed manual gearbox. Then there's a TCE 100 bi-fuel, and as with other bi-fuel Dacia models, this will run on petrol and LPG and get 2 fuel tanks, giving the car a massive combined range. For this version, there isn't a reduction in boot capacity, but the extra fuel tank does take up space where a spare wheel would go. But perhaps the biggest news for the Jogger's engine lineup is the fact that in 2023, it will become the first Dacia to offer hybrid technology. The Jogger Hybrid will get a 1.6 litre petrol engine with 2 electric motors and an automatic transmission combined with a small 1.2 kWh 230 volt battery. There aren't any plans for a full plug-in hybrid version at this stage, and no matter which type of Jogger you go for, it will be front-wheel drive only. There won't be any four-wheel drive versions available. On the safety side of things, all Joggers will get 6 airbags and automatic emergency braking, while some higher trim levels will also get blind spot monitoring. But the car has yet to be put through a full crash test by safety experts Euro NCAP. Dacia says European prices will start at just €15,000, which in true Dacia style substantially undercuts all of its other rivals. Full UK pricing is yet to be announced, but if the price can be kept down and the practicality side of things delivers the promise it shows on paper, then this could be a big shot in the arm for the MPV market. The Jogger goes on sale in the UK in spring next year, but we'll be driving it before then. So if you want to see our full review, then hit the subscribe button. Tell us what you think of Dacia's new people carrier in the comments below, and don't forget, go to whatcar.com for a great deal on your next car.